Yeah, it's Anne Hughes here. I hope that you're well. It's Monday the 1st of June, so it's a new day, a new week, a new month. I love it when that happens, when we get a new month on the 1st and it's a Monday. I love that. And I hope that you're well. Obviously, it's another beautiful day in Glasgow, which is uncharacteristic and quite wonderful. The card that I chose today was balance. And I mean, it's always an interesting card thinking about balance within your life, within your thinking, you know, that way, within everything. But I think this weekend that became especially relevant for us here in Scotland, where the lockdown rules relaxed a wee bit, which meant that you could meet other people outside. And I'll be really honest, my expectation of what that would be and the reality of how it was, two very different things, rather disappointingly. So I've got two sisters, I've probably spoke about them in previous videos, that I've really missed. So I plan to go and meet my sister, go for my lunch in my sister's garden on Saturday with the kids. And my expectation, I was so excited. I was so excited about it. But I've got three ginger kids. If you've not seen them before, that's so there's a lot of factor 50 going on in my life. And we got to my sister's garden on Saturday. Disappointing we couldn't cuddle, but we were all right with that. And she's got the seats all set out like apart so that we couldn't, you know, me and the kids were sitting here and she was over there. And it was just too hot for my wee boy. He just wanted to go into his auntie's house. Didn't really get why he couldn't go inside his auntie's house. He was already completely puggled at the fact that we were going into the garden as opposed to going in the front door. And eventually we had to just abandon the plan and I had to bring him back home again. And he could stay in his own house. And my sister did come here and we still had lunch out in my garden. It's not quite as nice, but it was still good to spend time together. But it was probably too hot for all of us. By Saturday night, I was completely flaked out. And I think it's just about that balance just now of our expectations versus reality yet again, you know, that real feeling of excitement that something was changing, but actually, if I'm really honest, it didn't change enough for me. I would have loved to have been able to just spend a Saturday with my sisters as I usually do and be in our house and stuff like that, and we couldn't do that. And so there was a wee bit of frustration for me, a wee bit upset for me as well. There was tears. And I think that it's just a reminder, therefore, that we need to balance ourselves. We need to balance our expectations against our realities just now, because it's not going back to the way it was yet, and that's okay. And I trust what's happening. It's not that I want to break the rules or I don't trust the rules. I completely 100% do. But in my own life, I just found it quite frustrating. And it takes us to therefore think about the balance and everything else that we're doing. You know, your balance in terms of working, and a lot of people that are working from home that aren't used to working from home, and how do you balance out work time finishes and home time starts, and you stop being your work self and you start being your home self, and, you know, all of that. And also, I think balancing a lot of your thinking as well, and not getting too caught up in your thoughts that are maybe negative, not getting too caught up in your thoughts that are overly positive, like me on Saturday morning when I thought it was just going to be like a normal Saturday, you know. And just finding balance within our life is always a really good tip. And I think especially just now when we've all been in this time of not seeing people, of not going anywhere, of working at home and all that, it's a good time to refocus yourself on what balance looks like in your life. So I hope that you can take some contemplation from the word balance today, and just have a wee think about, you know, where am I finding balance and what areas of my life need a wee bit more balance. Have a lovely Monday, have a lovely week, and I'll be back with another card over the next few days. Bye.